Hi there, I'm Darryl Williams from Python Bytes. In the previous tutorial I showed you how to add a menu bar to the frame, and then to the frame you have a menu, and then you have menu items and a separator. Okay, and I only showed you how to add the file menu items, and then what I've done is I've added the edit menu and help menu items. Okay, so if I click the frame and then press F5, I can look at the frame or the application, and there we go. There are the menu items. So now I showed you in tutorial 7 the code that you use for the app. Okay, and I'll explain more in a later tutorial the difference between an app, a frame, and a panel. Okay, they are three separate things, but when you start an application, the first thing you use is an app. Okay, now this here, the name FP app, you can change that. See, FP is for Fandangle Productions, so go my, but you also have to change it down here or else it won't work. So go my. You can even change it to another name. Okay, and I'll put app on there so that I know it's an application, which is a WX app. And then we've got the initialization of the frame, which is the XRC file. I'll just save that and run it. And there we go. Test application. Test application. Okay, so now we want to add the code for the menus. These here that are part of the menu bar. Okay, we want to get the code and then put it in here. Now, beautiful thing about XRC is if you go File, Generate Python. Okay, yep, that's the name of this file. Yeah, MN, main, menu, A for app. So here you got generate module. So click that and it's closed. Once it generates the code, it closes. Now, if I go into main, open, there's no code here, but it will save it where the XRC file is. So we open up this one. So it's main menu app XRC, so it's got the code that we want there. Okay, so this is my laptop, so the screen is a little bit smaller than if I used a monitor. Okay, so here we are. We have the bind code. Okay, when you have an event, you bind the event to the widget, be it a button. In this case, it's a menu. Okay, so we just copy all of this, copy that, and in here I've got here bind widget events. So click, what I do is Control V and paste it. So there are all my menu bind events. Okay, now when we go here, and this is somewhat annoying because this is the generated code for the events. These are the functions relating to the bind events. Okay, got functions for control events, program logic. So enter, then backspace 1, because if you look up here, this is where the functions need to be lined up. Python has indenting, right? So with the indents, it knows what to do. So here we have, count there, 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's our function, and then 8. spaces for the items that are within this function. Okay, so now I go over here to the function backspace, and it will line up to this function up here, and that'll do paste. Okay, so this is a little annoying, this code. Well, I found annoying, so I just delete all of that. Whoops, and be very careful, just for some reason. Here we go. You might think, how did I do that? Well, magic of recording a video is I paused it and then removed all of the generated code that XRCed generated for me and just cleaned it up like this here. Okay, so now we have added all the menu bind events. We bind events to the menu item, and now here are the functions of the events. So do Control S to save, press F5. I have an error. Okay, now this is good. We have an error. We are using Python 3, and in Python 3 we have to add a parenthesis, open and close. Okay, so I'll just pause the video and do that. So I put parentheses, open and close parentheses, on each print statement. Now that took a while to do it manually, and it's possible to make mistakes where you forgot to put the closing parentheses. Okay, so that takes a lot of time, and deleting the code that XRCed produced, which is removing that and that, doing it manually. When you do a delete, you can have mistakes, you're not aware of it. Okay, but that is adding the code from XRCed to bind the events. Now with XRC, something I learned, which I thought was a great idea, and I'll show you in a minute why, but it shows a print statement here on menu item, file, new, and that's that there. So in WX Form Builder, you'll have event.skip open close parenthesis. This here tells you what actually happens. Let me show you. So I've saved that, press F5, fingers crossed it will run. Ha! See what I mean? I forgot. It's prone to mistakes doing this manually. I've created a program that does all of this automatically for me. I just click it, and within less than a second, boom, I've got the code. Okay, F5. Okay, so I'll just lower this here, the shell. Okay, so there's no menu. Now that is weird. I realize what the problem is. I pressed, just check what's running here. Okay, so go to main, here, press F5, and there's no menu. The reason being is, if we look here, it's MENA, main menu A, that's MENA, which doesn't have a menu. So I've got main, MEN, is that correct? MENA. Save that. So now it's picking up this XE file, not MENA. And I press F5. Now check the bottom here when I click menu item. So I go new, open. So now I'm getting a response. I'm getting a printout. Yes, this menu works. Let's go edit cut. Yeah, cut. Go help. Okay. So that is how you add your event code, your bind events, your functions that relate to the bind event or the events, right? And XRC has generated that code for you. Okay, I'm Darryl Williams from Python Bytes. I hope this tutorial has been very helpful. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below this video, and I will get back to you as soon as possible and respond to your questions and comments. Please subscribe to my channel. If you like this video, click the like button. Till the next tutorial, have a good day. Goodbye.